Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Turn that down a little bit while we're chitty-chatting. Oh gosh, her room is so hot, man. Hi, guys. How's it going? Y'all okay? Same. You need AC? I would love to have AC again, yeah. You're very quiet. I don't know how to help you with that. Let's see. Here, I'll just mute it for now. That'll probably make it easier. Sound fine? Great. We have had kind of a shitty morning, to be honest. So send us some good vibes. Watson has gone missing. The reason that we pushed the stream an hour is because I was putting Clark down for a nap and then making sure that all of her chip information was updated and everything, and Sam's calling all the vets around us, and it's really shitty because we just keep racking our brains like, we didn't leave any windows open. Like, how could she have gotten out? But we've torn this house completely apart and she's not here. So we just don't know where she is. Which is scary. She's an indoor cat, you know. I've had her since she was 4 weeks old. She's never gotten lost before. I saw her last night. We just don't know what could have happened or how she got out or what's going on. So, yeah, we're just doing everything that we can to try and find her. And also, I'm doing things that I'm sure anybody who walks by is going to love, like putting some of their poop outside of the door and putting some of our dirty clothes outside of the door. Just things that she can maybe, like, sniff out. We lived here long enough that she knows where the house is, you know? But anything that can kind of help her. It's so hot outside. It's hard not to worry about her. So, and of course, like, Clark is old enough now, and she's no dummy. So she kept going, "Where's Watson? Where's Watson?" And I was taking her around the house while I was obviously looking for Watson. So she started to get upset, like, "Where's Watson?" I don't know. I don't know, honey. So, yeah, we're all trying to do whatever we can. Made posts on all of the, like, local neighborhood things, and my mother-in-law has lost a cat before, and so she's on all of the, like, help find my cat groups in the area. So yeah, yes, we've checked all of the drawers. Believe me, I've had scares before of, like, where is Watson, because she's small. Where is Watson? And she's, like, smashed up against the wall between the couch and the wall because she just squeezed in there and didn't leave. Or she's in a drawer because she managed to squeeze underneath and, like, inside of the drawer. I've checked all of the drawers. We've checked all of the boxes. And it's weird. Even if she was hiding somewhere and somehow we just didn't find her. Oh yes, I've looked all over the roof as well, don't worry, because this is the only window that's open in the house, or that was when I woke up. So I was like, holy shit, did she somehow get through that window and onto the roof? I don't think so, though. We like walked outside and looked all over, like all around the house from all angles, and looked out all of the windows. And anyways, yeah, long story short is I'm trying not to freak out. I'm trying not to get too upset about it because cats are very good at finding their territories again. She knows where we are. And I hope that she's okay. That's all. Yeah. I thought she was talking about Clark. No. Oh my god. I would not be streaming if my daughter was missing.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving...
Echo Slash, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the cat gang. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be like, she's just going on an adventure. She's okay. She's fine. She does have instincts. She beats the shit out of Sherlock all the time. She's okay. I hope she's okay. I've tried to do everything I can. Number one, to like help her scent-wise find us if for some reason she gets confused. And number two, I've tried to like leave windows open in strategic places where I know that Sherlock can't get through them. So I'll like open a window and then close the door so Sherlock can't get in there and go out the window. But if Watson came to the window, she could hop in, that kind of a thing. So my cat would go off for a day and stroll back in. Yeah, I think I would be less worried if this had ever happened before, but I've literally had her since she was so little. And she's never gone off for any amount of time before. So I've checked all of the bushes. I found her in the bushes initially. So yes, checked all of the bushes. Been that person walking around yelling her name. I've done my due diligence, guys. I promise. She's a loud cat. If she's distressed, I would hear her. There's at this point, I don't think there's really anything that I can do. So yeah. Yeah, my mother-in-law was like, oh, our cat Eddie, they have lots of cats. Some of them are like almost entirely outdoor cats, and some of them are entirely indoor cats. And one of their cats, Eddie, is like basically an indoor cat. And she was like, yeah, Eddie vanished for like 2 weeks one time and then just showed up. Like there was nothing wrong. So who knows? Yeah. Yeah, so thanks for all the good vibes, guys. Thanks for the ideas and the suggestions. I think I've done everything that I can. It doesn't make any sense to not stream because literally all that I'll be doing if I'm not streaming is sitting around like worrying and putzing, and so yeah. Cats really do decide to go on vacation sometimes. Sounds like you've done all you can. All we can do is hope for a swift return. I had the same thing happen once. She came back after 2 days. Fingers crossed. Sam was like, she'll come back if she's hungry. And I was like, I don't know. I've either had barn cats that don't rely on you for anything at all, or these cats, right? Those are the cats. Those are the cats that have been in my life, are barn cats that hate me and that I have no connection with whatsoever. And Sherlock and Watson, who are entirely indoor cats, sometimes go in our backyard. Never leave, though, right? So it's hard for me to be like, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Even though logically, I'm sure it's fine. You know. I didn't put the litter box outside because we only have one, and then Sherlock would have nowhere to poop. But what I did do is I took a bunch of the litter from the box, the used litter. It smells amazing. Put some of the used litter into a casserole dish and then put it outside of our door. So yum yum. Yeah. Really good. Really tasty stuff. I have checked with neighbors. We have talked to our closest neighbors and told them that she's missing. And I also went on like the community boards and groups on Facebook for the village that we're nearest to, and said to keep an eye out. So hopefully it won't attract other cats. I don't think any other cats will use it. It's mostly poop, guys. There's nothing to use there. Yeah, that was the other thing that Sam said, and I was like, that's not helpful for me. Is he was like, you know what, probably, she's a really cute cat. What probably happened is she, like, went off on her own, and some nice person found her and brought her in. And I was like, I don't like that. I don't want her in somebody else's house. And he was like, right, but then if they're a nice person, though, as in this hypothetical situation, they'll bring her to a vet, and they'll scan her and find the chip, and she'll come home, and it'll be fine. I was like, yeah. Yeah. Yes, she's chipped. We literally couldn't move with them unless they were chipped. Here's a story. My neighbor had a cat. Then they had a baby who was allergic, so she gave the cat away. The family moved from South England to Yorkshire with the cat in tow. The cat decided he wanted to go home, came back via motorways, was scratched up, had 2 broken legs, but he made it back. We took him in because clearly he wanted to be here. He was fine after and lived for another 10 years. Oh, that's insane. That's so crazy. That's awesome that you got to take the cat in, though. It deserved a loving home after all that. Yeah. Yeah, that won't happen to Watson. Well, nobody's gonna grab Watson and take her to Yorkshire. Question mark. Yeah, everybody hug your cats. Hug your cats for me, please. And dogs and tarantulas and snakes and whatever you'd like. Oh, Supernova sounds the very first time that I tried to say Nottingham. And what was the Shire that I was trying to say? Oh, I got ripped to shreds. So I learned very quickly that I needed to change how I said those words. Nottingham. It's not ham. It's Nottingham. The mic noise is a bit loud. There's lots of cars out now. My cats are like, what the fuck, too close. They don't understand. There's a lot of emotion there. My house is a fortress of solitude. I can barely get out. That's what's crazy, man. Like, we have to put a lot of thought into opening the windows in this house. One of the benefits of this house is that even if you haven't locked it, it's hard to get back in, which is so weird. So like we were joking with our neighbors because they have a house that was built by the same people, but the doors literally, like, I can leave it unlocked and go outside and close the door, and if I try to come back in, I can't. Like, the door does like a soft lock almost. It's not fully locked, but it's like a soft lock. It's so strange. So we were like, they're weird, like, little fortress houses, which is very appealing for us, right? And like all of the windows have locks on them. Like, you have to unlock the windows. So even though it's been very warm, we've been strategic about like which windows we leave open, because again, I don't want the cats going on the roof. I don't, we just try to create like nice drafts in areas that we know are going to be safe to have a window open. So we're like, how did she get out? I don't know. I once went on vacation. While I was out, I got a call that my dog was missing. She's my everything, so I was mortified. Thankfully, someone found her on the road and brought her to a groomer really close to the house. Hugged her and cried from relief for the next 2 hours. These are good stories. These are good animals find a way back to you stories. What if Watson has a boyfriend? I mean, she'll be an asexual queen. So as long as her boyfriend doesn't give a shit about that, she's paid. We have these big fans. They're nice, but yeah, I think we need like an AC unit, even if just for Clark, because if it gets much hotter than this, it's going to be really hard for her. I'm not really, for those of you who are like, cats don't really wander very far away from their houses. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is she got out in the middle of the night and got dragged off by a fox. She went to somebody's house and got pulled into the house and they have no intention of bringing her to a vet. Those are the sort of things that I'm worried about. So, yeah. Because I keep seeing so many people like, but Dodger, you should be going outside to find her. I have. That's been my whole morning, guys. That's all that I've been doing today is looking for her inside and outside with my kid going, where's Watson? So trust me, I'm doing everything that I can. I'm trusting that if she's out there, she'll come home. And if somebody has her, that they'll be a good person and check her chip and that she'll come home. Right? I'm trying to stay like really positive about this stuff. But I promise you the like obvious things I know and I have done what I can. Yeah. If they made the chip findable, oh, like like it's a GPS chip. I honestly don't know. The paperwork that I have has her chip number, but it doesn't say like the manufacturer. So I'm not sure about that. When my indoor cat got out, he would play keep away when I went looking for him. Oh my god. My what was his name? My best friend in college had a cat. It was one of those cats that was like there were 4 of them in a house all at the same time and they got a cat and it became like a divorced family situation where they were passing the cat around. Eventually Sarah, my friend, wound up with the cat pretty much full time because they were like, this is ridiculous that we're bringing this cat to all of these different apartments now that we don't live together. So, but this cat was an escape artist, and if he got out of the house, it was like 2 hours of trying to find him and get him to come home. And I was like, he just wants you to chase him, Sarah. And she was like, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? It turned out a good method. This would not work for Watson because she doesn't get treats really. But a good method for this cat was, God, what was this fucking cat's name? He had like a really, at the time, a very meme-y name, and I'm trying to remember what the name of this cat was. Yeah, foxes and cats are generally around the same size. So I don't think, unless the cat was like really injured, I don't think a fox would do much to a cat. It's not like where I used to live where there were coyotes all over the place and like potentially cougars. Like you just... Yeah, Watson should get a treat after this. We've got some wet food somewhere. But the way that they wound up getting the cat to come back is they would take the treat thing and just like shake it. Just go outside and shake it, and the cat would be like, oh damn, a treat? Is Sherlock worried or acting any different? It's hard to tell. He mostly seems pretty chill about it. Go shake a bag of walnuts? Unreal. Watson. Poor kitty. Oh, I hope she's okay. She's fine. She's having the time of her life. She's gonna come back and be like, I've sowed my oats, mother. And now I am okay with being a kept cat once again. Petlog.uk. Alright, let's look at this shit. She's probably doing crimes, 100%. Yeah, this is gonna be, well, no, never mind. I was gonna say it's gonna be Homeward Bound. It's not. That's a very different sort of story. But in the sense that, like, you know, you go on an unexpected journey, and by the end of it, you're like, wow, I learned so much about myself. Maybe that'll be Watson. The chip was implanted in the U.S. Can it be traced in the U.K.? I mean, it's registered in the UK, but I don't know about tracing. This website is not loading for me. So what's up with that shit? I'll try it again later. Oh. Ah, there we go. Database. Oh. She's already registered, though. She's already in a database in England. Yeah, I've already done all this. Yeah, I don't think that they have like GPS tracking chips. They're just chips with the idea that if they're brought in and someone can scan their neck, they'll get a number that's attached to all of Sam's information. Yeah, I would be shocked. Well, not shocked, but I don't think, because neither of them, I think these microchips would have cost way more than they did if if you could GPS track them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Most cats have a second home. What I'm saying is she does not leave this house. She goes out in the lawn sometimes to just like, they don't leave though. They're indoor cats. And they have been forever. So this isn't like a she's going to meet with her other family sort of situation. GPS callers is different. That makes perfect sense to me. Because you can get the little GPS trackers for your keys and shit, right? But, yeah. Everybody's just trying to make me feel better. Everybody's just trying to make me feel better. She'll be back. It'll be fine. To do a heel turn. Hold on. I'm just going to edit our stream and say that it's just chatting right now. Because this is nice. It's getting my mind off of it. Not off of it, but like putting me in a better mood. Watson can't get knocked up. She's spayed. It's very warm in my daughter's room, and I'm thinking about going in there and turning her fan up a bit more. She's like obsessed with bundling herself, like cocooning herself in the blankets, even when the monitor is like, hey, it's 83 degrees in your room right now. She wants the blanket on her all the time. And sometimes I'm like, I bet you would be more comfortable without it, though. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm like that too. Yeah, those of you who were saying that you enjoyed the D&D session yesterday, thank you. It was fun. I was telling Sam about it as he was falling asleep, and I was like, it will not surprise you at all that Jesse and my characters have turned into the bickering dads of the group. He was like, that is not surprising. There are 2 episodes now. So for anybody who's wanted to watch it, who's interested in watching it, it's me and Jesse Cox and Cryotic and Kelly Siren and Bike Man and Timac. Yeah, that's the full group. And it's been super fun. I think we have a really good group dynamic overall. We were talking after the stream, and we were like, man, it'll be nice once we're like on the road with this caravan. Because then we can sorry, trying to keep it vaguely spoiler free-ish. But we'll all get to, have opportunities to get to know each other a bit better. But yeah, it's very fun. Arcadum is so good. I know, he's fun. He's a very fun DM. Oh, it's called Strange Roads. If you go to Arcadum's Twitch channel, don't look at his most recent streams, because they'll be long pre-stream and then the episode. If you look at the highlights, typically he'll highlight the episode on its own, and you can watch just the episode. I don't know if he's done that yet for episode 2, but who's playing in that game? Oh, yeah, I was just saying, it's me, Jesse Cox, Cry, Kelly Siren, Timac, and Bike Man. It's a good group. Timac and Kelly have never played D&D before, so they're fresh new babies, which is really fun because both of them aren't afraid to just do shit, which sometimes that can be good or bad, right? You can sometimes wind up with the new player who's like, I'm gonna touch everything. that character. But so far, they're both just kind of throwing themselves into the RP element of it, which is great. I 100% expected Timac to do that because he does a ton of RP stuff on his Twitch channel. So, and Kelly, I had never met before, but she's lovely. She's super sweet. So, yeah. Oh, new Poe and Monroe. Yeah, we started playing Poe and Monroe. Oh my god. We recorded that a decent amount of time ago. And so we've just for over a week we've been dealing with people being like, "Hey, did you know there's a new game? A Poe and Monroe game? Hey, when are you going to record Poe and Monroe? Hey, you should really record Poe and Monroe. There's a Poe and Monroe game." Jesse and I were like, "We know." Can I ask everyone's class and race for each character? Yeah. I might get them wrong. Timac is a Minotaur fighter. He's a big boy. And then Bike Man is a love cleric giant. No, he's not a giant. What is he? What is his race? He's a big boy, whatever he is. But he's a love cleric. Jimmy the Brush, what's up, dude? Goliath, that's what it is. No, we played it last night, so if you want to watch it. If you did watch it already, don't spoil stuff. We're just, giving people primers if they're interested in watching it. Yeah, Timac is the Minotaur fighter. Bike Man is Goliath, love cleric. Jesse is a cleric of fate. So we have two clerics in the group. Jesse is a human cleric of fate. Kelly is a siren bard. I am a high elf warlock. And then who's left? Cry. Cry is a homebrewed class inside of Arcadum's world. Homebrewed race and class. Cry is something. I don't really want to go into it. If you want to watch it, I want you to just like experience it the way that we all had to fucking experience it. Does it feel different playing Poe and Monroe from far away? Oh, like instead of sitting next to each other recording something? Do you like this? I think I'm just going to lean into it because I can't seem to fix it. It is different, but it's fine. He and I have recorded plenty of things just from home and like streamed things together from home. It's the same sort of vibe. It was just screen sharing instead of us both playing. So like Jesse plays the game and then he screen shares to me. And fortunately, screen sharing now, there's like no delay. And even if there was in a game like that, if it was like minimal, it wouldn't really matter, you know? So yeah. Yeah, it was fine. It's fun to have a reason to do something like that, you know? It's not that noticeable that you guys are an ocean apart. That's true friendship. Did I tell you guys that this is gonna sound so stupid. I started naming all of my plants after like people from back home, so that when I'm talking to the plants, I can pretend that I'm just like talking to my friends. I know that sounds silly, but it's kind of fun. So my two tomato plants are Jesse and Crendor, and I swear to God, like the second that I named them Jesse and Crendor, the Jesse plant got like huge. Like it's like started growing so much. It's just like a big ass tomato plant now. The Crendor plant is like the stalk of it has done this. So it's like twisting back and forth, which is so weird, but it's got some good strong like leaves growing on it. It's just struggling a little bit, you know. It's just doing its own thing, which is very Crendor. So those two plants are doing great. I love checking in on my tomato plants now. I'm like, let's see how Jesse and Crendor are doing. And then I have a little box with flowers in it that I have not given a name because I don't trust flowers really. I don't trust flowers to not die overnight. So I feel like if I give them a name, it'll just absolutely curse them. But I have a couple of pepper plants as well. The ones that I got from the lady. I have a couple of pepper plants. And one of them is Aaron and one of them is David. They're married and they both eat spicy food. So so we have two pepper plants. One of them is struggling really badly, but I have faith in it. Has Sam heard this yet? No, I haven't told him that I've named all of the plants. It's fine. Look, there's a lot of belief that talking to plants for whatever reason can be beneficial for them. And I like to talk to the plants. And if I give them a name, and it's the name of somebody that I'm missing and wishing that I could talk to more often, then I figure that's an easy way to do it, right? Yeah, music too. Plants like music. I'll never forget when I was in 3rd grade, I think. My school used to do a science fair. Time Stalin, thank you very much for continuing your gifted sub. I appreciate it. I hope that means you're having a good time with us. Maybe talking to a plant like you talk to Crendor is not beneficial. I don't think so. It's not that he's a bad plant. It's not that he's not doing well. It's that he's just like taking his time. He's just doing his own thing. He started, look, I planted him and he immediately started growing this way. So here's the dirt, right? Planted him and he was like this, and then he like did this, and I was like, oh, well, shit. And then he started growing this way, and then started growing this way. He's doing his own fucking thing, guys. He's a Crendor plant. He's gonna do his own thing, right? The Jesse plant is loud and proud and is getting as big as possible as fast as possible. It wants to produce tomatoes yesterday. So they're fine. They're doing good. They're both doing good. They're just doing their own thing. You need an IKEA planter for Crendor. When IKEA reopens, and I'm convinced that people aren't being idiots, sure, I'll go and get an IKEA planter. Kayla, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. I think I missed gifted subs earlier as well. Hold on. Did I miss other gifted subs? Arnar gifted subs. I missed those. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that I missed that. Or more. I think the Arnar ones were dropping when I was talking about Watson, and I didn't pay as close of attention to it. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, both of you. You can order online from IKEA. I mean, I can, but I'd rather not order stuff online right now unless I feel like I need a thing. It's kind of hypocritical because today I did 100% order puzzles for Clark, because anytime she sees one of my puzzles, she goes, "Mommy, puzzle, mommy, puzzle, mommy, puzzle," and she always wants to play with it, but they're like 1,000 or 1,500 piece puzzles, and so we like pretend that we're putting the puzzle together and we play with the pieces, but she can't actually like do the puzzle. And so I was like, I don't know of any places that are open right now that I could go and get a puzzle for her. So I'm going to see if I can just order one. And I did. I'll admit it. I ordered a puzzle for my daughter today. Are charity shops open? I thought they weren't open yet. I don't think I'll ever get the tattoo colored. No. I like the idea. You can't see it very well, but there's some like really pretty light detail work inside of I was going to say the leaves. Sure. Inside of the petals. But also I like the idea that Clark could like color in my tattoos one day if she wanted to. I think that sounds fun. To get like the like skin safe ink pens and things and let her color in my tattoo, I think would be really fun. So no, I don't plan on coloring it in. And I think anything else that I get, I'll try and make sure that it's also kind of like color booky. I color my tattoos all the time. It sounds fun, right? There's so much to color in. Oh, I have black and white planets. My son colors on them. It's so fun. My nephew wrote a letter to my mom and made her maze puzzles. He spelt them puzzle. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I love it. Oh, my goddaughter colored my tattoos when she was younger, and she kept doing them in the same colors, so I had them done, and I now have pink and turquoise roses. What do you color them in with? There are like, I think they're literally called like tattoo pens, but there are non-toxic like skin-safe pens that you can get to like draw tattoos on yourself if you want to. So you could get something like that, but I think any non-toxic sort of pens or paints or whatever would be fine. Hokage, happy 3 years. Thank you very much. In Swedish, puzzle is the right spelling. Well, there you go. They're just bilingual is all. Oh, it took almost a month, but my sister and I finally finished our 1,000 piece puzzle. Hell yeah. I want to start veggie gardening so badly. I don't know where to start. I haven't had a whole lot of luck, to be honest, since trying this year. I haven't had a whole lot of luck growing starters on my own. But I went on Facebook. If you have a Facebook, I went on Facebook and found people in the area that did have starters that were really strong, and bought starters off of people, and then put them in pots with some good soil, and I water them every day and they're doing fine. So that's kind of like an easy way to do it if you wanted to look up what things do well in pots and see if anybody has starters of those things. Most of the places that I've lived, also, if you're interested in like herbs, like things that you can consistently use in your food, for whatever reason, a lot of grocery stores will typically have, like basil plants, or I bought mint from the grocery store here, from the supermarket here. And, sometimes they're just destined to die, but this mint plant, going strong. It needs a name, though. I just keep sniffing it and feeling weird. Would it feel weirder if I gave it a name that I was sniffing it all the time? Maybe, but I'm going to do it anyway. It just needs a name. I was like, who's somebody that I know that always smelled good? I need it to be that person. Octomint. Oh my god, it's Octomint now. Yeah, cool. So my mint plant is Octo. Great. I have 2 mint plants, but I never use mint in anything. They do smell good, though, man. Some people put a little bit of mint in their pesto. And especially in summer, it makes it very, like, refreshing and bright tasting. So if you like pesto, you could maybe put a little bit of mint in there. Why is there an image of headphones on your headphones? That's a great question. Mint will overgrow your garden now. It's in a pot by itself. Everything that I'm growing so far is in solitary pots, because my attempts at making a raised bed have not gone very well. So everything so far is just in a pot on its own. Sam does hate pesto, yeah. I want to try making pesto with other things. Just, just like an herb-facing, herby, cheesy, nutty sauce, right, is really what pesto is. Or you can do like the red pesto, which is like the sun-dried tomato pesto, which he loves that. He's super down for that. But I figure, again, we've got tons of nettles out here. People eat nettles. I could try making a nettle pesto and see what happens. But I don't have a whole lot of faith in that. I just think it would be funny to try. I'm guessing the wood palette didn't work out. I mean, they're still out there. The problem is a lot of the wood either has tons of nails in it, that are like rusty, or the wood keeps splitting. So I keep being like, there's probably a better project I could use these for, and then either just stick with potted stuff this year because we just moved here and I haven't had much of an opportunity, or I don't know. This is the first stream I've watched that has captions. Here, we've had captions set up here for a while, but if you mean just in general, it's a plugin on OBS that we use. Oh god, you're right. I don't have Valentine's up. I'm so sorry. I don't think I have anything up. Hold up. Oh, the cheers was up. Okay. Everything else was off. So there you go. But we got a couple of subscription redemptions. So, yo, hold up. Oh, that's me. Shh. Shut up. Shut up, you goofball. Okay. This is from Jerry Reg. Gifting a sub. In 3, 2, 1. Bam. There it is. McButterscotch. Jerry Reg said, I can redeem this now. McButterscotch, you've been hit. And then a bunch of hug emotes. So thank you for redeeming that. And Sleepytron wants me to gift a random person in chat a sub with their points, which is very sweet. So let's do that as well. In 3, 2, 1. Bam. I just saw your tattoo on Inked. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I couldn't complain, right? Watching that episode, I couldn't complain. Because a lot of the people, either it was like, whoa, that tattoo's amazing, which I knew that wasn't going to be for this because it's flowers and geometry, right? Or it was, wow, that tattoo fucking sucks, which I also knew was not going to be the case for mine because it's gorgeous. So I'm okay with a lukewarm, like, yeah, that looks like a tattoo a white girl would get. Which is basically what they said. It's like, cheers, whatever. If that's the best way you can shit on it, then I'll take it. It was like it wasn't on TV. It was like a YouTube video where they went through a bunch of different Twitch streamer tattoos, which is funny because some of the ones that they picked I think were fake tattoos. I think some of the ones that they were like, what do you think of this tattoo? It wasn't even a real tattoo. I'm trying to remember. It was a weird episode. Can I link it? Absolutely. Oh wait, you're not a sub. You can DM it to me, and then I'll throw it in a chat. Or I could probably just look for it, but... Yeah, it was 2 different artists that did it. They worked on me at the same time. It was fucking wild. I never want to do that again, but I like being able to say, like, yeah, 2 people were tattooing me at the same time, and I sat like a fucking rock. Oh, there you go. Mute posted it. Oh, Deacon, thank you for gifting a sub to Gathis Gaming. That's sweet. What keeps you sane during the pandemic? I'm on my 4th month of quarantine and I'm bored as fuck. It's hard, right? Because we've talked about this a lot, is that everybody's situation, like what makes their situation hard is different, right? For some people, it's I'm going nuts because of the people I live with. For some people, it's I'm going nuts because I don't live with anyone. For us, it's we're trapped in a house with a toddler. She's the light of my life, but I'm still trapped in a house with a toddler. So I think it really does depend on like who you are and what your situation is. But just trying to make sure that we get fresh air. One of the benefits of having a kid is that I am stuck to a schedule. Sam isn't, because he's not like the morning shift guy, but I am the morning shift guy. So I still go to bed and wake up at the exact same time that I normally did. We already worked from home, so we didn't have to have any kind of a transition period for that. It's just been like, the major things are we moved here to spend time with Sam's family and we can't do that. So trying to create situations in which we can see them, like doing quiz nights over Zoom and stuff like that. That sort of stuff has definitely helped. One of the things that I've also been trying to do is think of things that I can do or make to help people out if possible. Not everybody's going to be in a position where they are able to try and think of how to help other people, right? Some of you guys are compromised in ways in which you're like, I'm not fucking leaving the house. I get that. Absolutely. Keep yourself safe. But in my situation, I'm kind of like, I have a car now. We've been really careful. And I would love to, like, I've started once a week making dinner for Sam's parents because they are still insisting on being the ones that get all of the groceries for the great grandparents. So I'm kind of like, they're really like putting themselves out there a lot to try and help people in the family. So we're making them dinner once a week. I got everything to try and make the shower fizzies. Remember, like I was telling you, and I got the molds that were way too small. But but I finally have everything for that. So I'm like, oh, I could make like kind of refreshing shower fizzies for everybody in the family and drop them by the houses, and like just I'm trying to displace, if I'm feeling restless and like I need to be doing something, I'm trying to place it mentally in a compartment of, well, something that I could do is try to like what's something I could do to make this easier on someone else, because that would make me feel better, right? That kind of a thing. Yeah, obviously, just like dropping it on their doorstep. Maybe not in this heat. That would actually be so funny, though. To be like, hey, I made... Yeah, so they're basically kind of the idea of bath bombs, but they're for showers. And therefore, if you're feeling like congested or stressed out, you can buy or make these little things that you can either hang up in your shower or set on the ground in your shower. And as splashes of water hit them, there's like a bomb of smell. And so sometimes when people are really congested, they'll get these with like menthol crystals and things in them to be like, oh, right? So that while you're showering, you have like this nice, either relaxing or like refreshing smell. But it's a dangerous thing to try and leave outside in England, right? Because number one, it's hot right now. And if it started raining randomly, which it does here, they would all blow up. So, yeah, I'm calling them shower bombs because of bath bombs, but or shower fizzies. But I'm trying to remember what they're called. They're actually called. Shower bombs works. Yeah, that pops up with a thing. Oh, but that looks like it's a different thing. No, that is different. That is different. Hold on. What are these called? I can't remember. Shower melts, shower steamers. Shower steamers is the one that I've read most often, I think. But yeah. Like, my sister-in-law right now is pregnant. My other sister-in-law had her baby immediately before the pandemic started, or before, like, lockdown happened, right? So there are members of the family where I'm like, I think they would probably appreciate some kind of a pampering item. Even if they are hilariously small, which they will be. Duke's types really freaking fast. It's funny. I've said this before, but if I try to play those games that are like, test your typing, it doesn't go over well. I don't do well at those. Yeah, my other friend Lou back in America, they also had their baby like right as everything was happening. So I keep messaging them being like, I hope you guys are okay. And he's like, I mean, to be fair, it's a newborn, so really it's just a lot of not sleeping. Are you waking up, goofball? Why are you still under the covers? You're so weird. You're so weird. My sweet daughter. I saw your wedding dress without the cape on Sam's Twitter. It was gorgeous. Thank you. I held it up to myself the other day because I finally got us hangers. Because our clothes since we moved have basically just been like folded up in piles. So I finally, last time that I was at the grocery store, I just bought a bunch of hangers. So we've been finally hanging our stuff up. And I hung up my dress, and I was like, oh, my dress. Mine is due mid to end of June. Oof. It's going to be weird. I have faith. It'll be okay. Lots of people having babies right now. As of Wednesday, though, aren't we allowed to... We can go out for exercise as often as we want now, I think. And you are allowed to exercise with one other person from outside of your house as long as you maintain distance, I believe, is the update from Wednesday. I think. I don't know. We're not really changing how we live our lives yet, so... But I think that's what it is. Yes, we live in England. We are allowed out more, but we have to maintain distance. Yeah, which I think is smart. It's like, okay, fine. You can see your brother, but don't touch him. Mm-hmm. It's the same for us. We're not in a situation where, like, we need to send Clark back to school or anything, and, you know, we're not going back to, like, an office to work. So we are aware that we're in a beneficial position in all of this to be able to just be like, we can continue doing exactly what we were already doing, but... Going back to school is a weird thing at this point. So many parents are scared and confused. There isn't a right or wrong answer. I get that they're trying to be like... I don't know. I think it's very difficult for... I'm not saying that one thing is right or wrong. I think it's difficult for, like, grandparents to hear... Yeah, all of these kids can go back to a school situation with teachers, but they're still not allowed to go to your house, grandma, grandpa, right? I think that that's a really hard thing to hear and make sense of. But I get that, like, the perspective is there are all of these key workers who have struggled this entire time to figure out how to, like, have their kids be safe and watched while they're working, and that opening schools up would help with that. But, like, opening anything up is gonna cause new risk, so I don't know. What is the face mask situation in the UK? Where we live, no one wears masks. It's wild. I went to an Aldi with my mask on, and the lady behind the desk was also wearing a mask, and she was like, I trust you. We were like doing the exchange of everything, and I was packing stuff up, and she was like, I'm just gonna hand you your receipt directly instead of setting it down, because you are also wearing a mask, and I'm assuming you are being safer than a lot of these people, so here you go. Yeah, no one's wearing masks here. It's really rare to see someone in a mask. Just wild. But like in California, I think you have to wear a mask currently. We don't have a law like that, or like even a recommendation of that, which is bizarre to me. It's ridiculous how many people get so close to me at work, I bet. So at like, I mean, obviously I don't know how many people around here are using hand sanitizer, but here, like anytime I go to, I don't know about the Aldi. Aldi seems really slapdick, to be honest, but the Sainsbury's that's like kind of close to us, every time I walk up there, there's a guy whose entire job is literally like disinfecting all of the carts. So every time a cart comes back, he like disinfects the whole thing and wipes it all down, which is nice. And yeah, they've been really good about like one person goes in and then you wait, and then one person goes in and you wait, and like trying to encourage a lot of distance in there. But yeah, it slapped it. At the Aldi, literally the lady, it's almost always the same old lady that's outside in front of the door, and her job is 100% supposed to be the like, go in, wait, go in, wait. But people literally walk up and she goes, go right in, my love. Go in, dear. Head on in. Have a great day. I'm like, there's no distance here at all. Yeah. The Aldi lady does not care. But yo, Aldi's got a great seed mix. I know that sounds dumb. They've got a great seed mix that I love to put on my oatmeal. So even if just for that, I'll deal with the slapdick of Aldi. Also, Aldi is the only place that has eggs around here. I feel like it's a weird secret. If you go to any other supermarket in this area, the eggs are just gone. But if you go to Aldi, they have tons of eggs. And I'm like, are people just scared to go to Aldi because they all also know that it's slapdick here? Like, I don't want those slapdick eggs. I do. I'll take them. They have flour. They have eggs. They have bread. They have all the shit that all of the other supermarkets are constantly sold out of. I'm like, oh my God, all these forbidden Aldi items. Incredible. And the seed mix. I'm just saying, if you're struggling, if you're in England and you're struggling to find shit, try going to the slapdick grocery chains. Are you already out of flour? No, I have tons still. We were talking about how Sam's brother loves to cook, and River, our 1-year-old niece, River is lactose intolerant, and so George, his brother, will make pizza dough for her because there's no pizza places around that can make pizza that she can have. So he'll like make everything from scratch for her to make her a pizza, which is so cute. And we were talking about it, and I was like, oh, that sounds so nice. And like looked at Sam like, oh, that's so sweet that he makes her dough from scratch. And he was like, yeah, you should do that. And I was like, I was more implying that you should do that. And he was like, I don't enjoy cooking. George does, and you do. So if that sounds like a fun idea to you, I think you should be the one making the pizza dough. And I was like, all right, fair. All right, fair. Man's got a point. He does. There's no point, gender aside, there's no point in trying to force a person that you love to do a hobby that they have attempted many times and have realized this isn't for me. I have encouraged Sam to cook so many times, and he always hurts himself somehow, and he doesn't really enjoy it. So, what are you gonna do? The last thing that I would like maybe want him to try out, because I think he would probably have fun with it, is making bread. I think he would probably love kneading dough, which is why I was like, you could try making pizza dough. I think he would probably really enjoy that. Get some frustration out, you know? But he doesn't enjoy it, man. What are you gonna do? Somehow the man took a pan out of the oven using knives. Right. Yes, that is true. But he's cute, though. He's cute. What are you gonna do? Are you trying to do ASMR with your hand? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, with knives. You know, I'm not gonna tell the story. You just imagine it however you want to. However you imagine it is probably exactly what happened. Oh, trying to get the camera to focus. Yeah, sometimes I blur out and then... JP and Aurelian are doing monthly cooking streams. Yo, that would be so fun. My boy, my sous chef, Samuel, trying to do shit with knives that does not use knives. There's my girl. There she is, yelling into the void. What a queen. Bah, 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 she says. You should do more cooking streams. I would love to. I don't have a way. Our kitchen, for some reason, is a dead zone for the internet. So nothing works in there that uses Wi-Fi. So it would have to be a direct line, and I don't have an Ethernet cable that long. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll get it set up. It's just not something that I've taken the time to do yet. Aw. Hey, Dexbonus, I love you. Great stream. My sister and I have fun hanging out. Aw, thanks. Yeah, maybe something like that. I think it's the walls. I think it's the walls in there for whatever reason. But if we put some kind of an extender or a repeater just like right in the kitchen would probably help, like right where the dead zone starts. No, it's a newer house. It's a newer house. Okay, I'm gonna go dump my child onto my husband. Thank you for cheering me up, guys. I do feel a lot better. I'm in much better spirits. I'm going to, yeah, grab Clarky, throw her on Sam, and when we come back, we'll finish up Signs of the Sojourner. If you didn't watch the first stream of it, this will absolutely be the end of the game, and then we're moving on to a different game. It's pretty short, and it's very fun and cool, so I would suggest checking out the last stream. But if you want to just hang out, that's also fine. I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, hello, I'm here. The family is together. Spidger, or Spiker with a silent J, and a glitch gnome. Thank you both very much for redeeming Hydrate or Dehydrates. Hail Hydrate, everybody. If you need to have a drink of water, if you haven't stretched in a while, if you need to roll your shoulders a bit, take a pill. That's what these reminders are for. So thank you guys. 1 and 2. Wonderful. We've also got a couple of Valentines. Rosa says, friendly reminder to drink water, stretch, take any meds if you have them. Much love. Rosa also says, by the way, Dukes in chat, thanks for the streams and the chats, helping me through my final year at uni. I finished yesterday. The end of June, I should have a master's degree in physics with astrophysics. Amazing! Congratulations, Rosa. Jacka says, hey guys, I just handed in my dissertation. I've officially finished my law degree. Look at all of you guys. I wanted to say a big thank you to Dukes in chat for providing a bunch of entertainment over the years, and I look forward to watching even more streams now. Chat is cute. Thank you guys. Very sweet. I'm very proud of both of you. We also have a cheers from Sylphrena. So before we actually play the game, let us do a cheers. Grab your drink if you've got it. If not, do a fist bump or wink to yourself or whatever. Yo, it sounds like a lot of you are finishing up a semester of school right now, are working on really important stuff for your education, or just finished it. Amazing. Congratulations if you're still working on it. You got this. You can push through. You got us in your corner. And if you've already finished up and you're able to just like chill and relax hard, you've earned it. Thank you all for being here. Let's have a good stream together. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Okay. Oh, right. The last game I played was Final Fantasy.
Welcome, you
Nornadar!
loving
Thank you very much and welcome to the Cat Gang. No, not Final Fantasy. Signs of the Sojourner. Alrighty. Wonderful. Okay, guys, so this game, for any of you who haven't watched us play it yet, we're about to be in spoiler territory. So before we hit spoiler territory, all I'll say is it is a deck builder that focuses on communication. It's been super cool so far, lots of replay value there. Yeah, the cards just have different symbols on them. The different symbols represent different communication styles. And so some cards that, if your deck is full of a certain type of communication style, you'll have trouble with other people. But if you try to have all of the conversation styles in there, you won't be able to easily converse with anyone, right? So, yeah, it's a very like short but story-based, not very short, but like it's not overly long because they do intend for you to play it more than once, I think. But yeah, it's an interesting game that's about like meeting people and connecting with them. So if that sounds up your alley, go watch the trailer and maybe go play the game on your own because we're like right at the end of a run here. So okay, so you got a couple seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are on our final run of this game. When you close your eyes, you can hear the grating of gravel under your tires, feel the fresh air on your face. I'm gonna turn the game down just a little bit. Let me know if that's a good level. It can only mean one thing. It's time to head out. Last trip. So this is a game that's entirely about being a caravaneer. Your mother was a very accomplished caravaneer, so she was somebody who hopped in a caravan and went from city to city and found interesting things and brought them back to this town to sell. Her shop is still open, but she has passed away, so we've taken on the shop. Elias is our best friend. Nadine runs the caravan. And Ramir is somebody who is from our town who is now in the caravan and hates this town. He doesn't want to be there. There has been some kind of a event, like a natural disaster that has happened during or right before our last trip. So our last trip was entirely about trying to find supplies to help out the town. Specifically building supplies and non-perishable food. And what made it difficult was up to that point we had been fleshing out our deck to still be able to connect okay with Elias, but to also be a bit more direct so that we had these other towns that we could still interact with and get items from. But with the event came a completely new, this was so cool. With this event came a completely new communication style, which was grief. We had no grief in our deck. So we would be talking to somebody and it would be flowing fine, but then they would put a grief card out and we had no way to connect with people who were grieving. So our deck now has some grief cards. It's this is a grief card. Overall, we're very logical and direct. That's kind of who we've become. And unfortunately, Elias is very empathetic. So these circle cards have been the way for us to still connect with Elias, but it's been hard. And yeah, the whole idea of the game is that you have this big map. Well, I guess I can't see it until I'm done here. You have this big map of places that you can go to, and as you talk with people, you aren't building on your deck, you are changing your deck. So what I mean by that is, thank you. Yeah, I'll change it. Signs of the Sojourner. Great. Thank you. So once you've had a conversation with somebody, you have to take a card from them, and you have to get rid of one of your cards. So you can't just build out a huge deck with all of these different communication styles. You can only have a set number of cards that is determined at the very beginning, and you have to get rid of cards as you talk with people. So if you're talking with a lot of direct people, you're going to be taking direct cards, right? It's super cool. Anyway, I'm going to talk to Elias last. Let's talk to Nadine first because it's low stress. Nadine pushes open the door to your store and steps inside. She scans the empty shelves, taking in every inch of the place with her discerning, analytical eyes, before gesturing for you to join her on the stoop.
Your store? Is it always like this? Where are all your customers and your products? There's hardly anything on the shelves.
There's been a cataclysmic event, madam. Well, fuck.
I'm not here to buy anything. I'm just taking a look around.
So that was an example of I put down a card. My part of the conversation ended more forcefully, and she wasn't sure how to react to that. So our conversation failed. Do this so we can create an accord. Yes, yes. Yes, good. Wonderful. Great. Successful conversation. It's kind of like dominoes. I'll talk you through the next one we do.
I'm not making any decisions until the end of the month, but if you don't turn things around, I'm afraid we'll have no choice but to drop Bartow from our route. I wish it wasn't the case, but the Rilkers are able to cause a lot of trouble for us.
Nadine shakes her head as she heads down the street, an ominous sign for the looming decision ahead. Choose a card and a card to forget. I'll just replace with a card I already have. Okay, so we're going to talk to Ramir. You spot Ramir standing in the middle of the street he grew up on. He looks a little lost, somewhere between wistfulness and listlessness. I don't remember how he talked, but I think it was something like this. It's weird to be back in a place I've spent all my time avoiding, you know? There used to be a house here. So yeah, think dominoes, right? So he said something that was logical all the way through. I can then respond logically. I have to have a symbol that matches up with his. So I'm like, right, I get you. Yeah. So this card is a combination. I'm logical, but I'm also empathetic about it. If you have 4 of the same symbol in a row, so like 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, or 1, 2, 3, 4 circles, you gain an accord. That's what this means. An accord means that he and I have come to a solid agreement. So even if I fuck up after this, even if I like put this card down when my grief does not match up with his circle, it wouldn't undo what we've already done. Our conversation up to this point has been so solid that I won't get a failure out of it immediately. Great. Pour it all the way through. Some folks get time off work and go back to their family home, their childhood bedroom. Isn't that wild? It is wild. Quite wild. My childhood bedroom were still here, I'd rub a cigarette into the wood floors and watch it burn. Damn, Ramir, God. You can tell he had a terrible childhood. Okay. Yeah, let's prepare. I'll take one of these. And one of these. Quick reminder to tweet the stream. Oh god, I don't know where my phone is. Hold on. Yeah, good call. I will tweet the stream. I will. Okay. This game looks interesting. It is interesting. Yeah, sorry. I know the crackles. Try not to move it. Probably feel the same, huh? Everybody's noticed you haven't done much with the store, no offense. What the fuck? Unreal. He's just being direct. Personally, I'd prefer if the caravan never stopped here. I don't care if your store becomes some kind of an institution. Elias agrees. Our best friend has been like, I don't think that you need the caravan. Fuck the caravan. Let's do our own thing. Who even gives a shit? And I'm like, damn. Great. I communicate very well with Ramir. We have like the same combination of card types. Some places just shouldn't be relived, you know? They activate a bunch of old dormant memories that are better left dead. Approachable is never how you would describe Ramir, but sometimes you can still tell exactly what he's thinking. Yes, we crushed it with him. Alright, it's just Elias now. Elias is sitting on the curb outside. I keep fucking up my conversations with Elias. And he's like our bestie, so I feel really bad. Hunched over with his head in his hands, he looks worried. Nadine's gonna be making the call on the caravan soon. I've gotta be honest, I'm worried about Barto. It's deal, bud. No worries, bud. Everything's fine, bud. Believe me, I'm no fan of Nadine's, but without a steady influx of goods from the caravan, things could get real bad around here. Like ghost town bad. You thought this was us? No, we're like this weird cat thing. I wish I could trust her to do the right thing. But what's she gonna prioritize? The needs of the caravan? The needs of the town? Or the needs of herself? Even if she wanted to help, can she really? With the Rilkers breathing down her neck? True that, bud. Nice. Good convo. Good convo. I don't have a whole lot of faith for the next convo, but that's fine. Just going out on a limb here, but I'm thinking our little town is just not at the top of her list. And the fate of your mom's store certainly isn't on her mind either. That much I can guarantee. I mean, we're hurting for products as it is. What will happen if you lose access to the caravan completely? Welp. I wish I knew what his cards were. I'm gonna do this because it'll let me choose a card. How are you so calm about this? Here we go. Phew! Never thought I'd say this, but I think Nadine may be a necessary evil. Guess that's why your mom put up with her all those years. He takes a deep breath, trying to calm his rattled nerves. You sit down next to Elias and put your arm around his shoulder. Oh, stop it. Place my grief card. I don't think I need it anymore. Okay. So I guess this last one is like, oh, I've learned all the abilities. Wonderful. I guess this last run is just, do you care about following the caravan or not? You could technically just do whatever you want. So basically, all of the eastern cities are very creative. They communicate differently from me. So I sort of avoid them. At this point now, I just avoid them. So if I'm focusing all of this, let's do this. I can't talk to the old lady? The hell? A bored child races your truck on her bike. A number of townsfolk watch as your truck passes by, but the distant sound of a train approaching is of far more interest to the residents of Bukumboro. Obituaries, no! No, Miriam! Could we have avoided that somehow? A recent arrival, she found herself right at home, befriending neighbors and uplifting the community. She'll be sorely missed. Matilda will hold a service in the town center. Miriam was like a super in-your-face, in terms of her like conversation style, very like logical, direct lady who sold chocolate and was in one of the northern towns and moved here to like have a like to live in a quiet, peaceful place. And now she's dead. I'm so sad. Oh, but Alexis came here too. Unexpectedly, you pick out a familiar face among the crowd, none other than Alexis. Based on their stall, complete with a bright new umbrella, they appear to have bounced back. My most trusted customer. The rumors are true. I'm afraid I've left Clifton behind me. They didn't deserve you.
competition isn't so fierce here in Bukumboro. I mean, that won't be the case in a few weeks. Got any crickets for us? God, I hope so. Listen to me ramble. How does Barto fare? Maybe you should move too. It's a thought. I think that would be a really quick way for Elias to be super mad at me. I'm trying to build a proper safety net out here for myself. Something that can endure a disaster or two. Toads. I'm having trouble finding sustainable growers around here. Many don't take proper care of their bees. Are you doing honey now? Are we in the honey biz now? Oh my gosh, you're so chatty. What if Elias moved with you? I don't think he would, man. He keeps saying things like, yeah, it's been rough for me, not that you care, because we keep fucking up our conversations with him. So he's like, well, whatever. It's not like you care about me anyway. And I'm like, Elias, you're killing me, buddy. All that ruckus over there is about a funeral. It's a shame. I was wondering why my sales were slow. You wish Alexis luck, but you don't think they'll need it. For whatever quirks they may have, they're remarkably adaptable to circumstances good and bad. That's someone you can look forward to doing business with. Hell yeah. Oh, goodness. We got some chatty cards. Sure. The funeral takes place on a sunny day. Miriam's weeping admirers have to provide the rain. After Matilda's final words, the guests shuffle into Miriam's old chocolate store to drink and feast. But Matilda invites you for a walk.
I didn't lie to Miriam, you know. All of her readings were joyful. I saw the whale, an oak tree, even the unbroken comet.
Oh no, is she gonna have a bunch of grief cards that I'm not prepped for?
Shit.
Let's do this.
Maybe I'm just no good at sadness. I read that we were supposed to have rain today, but I even managed to chase the clouds away. I guess that's not a horrible quality to have. We're going to need a lot of hope around this place. A lot of new people coming in by railroad.
Great.
I think Bukumboro will be okay. There's got to be more people like Miriam in the world that want to come here. If the railroad wasn't reopened, maybe I never would have met Miriam. We gotta take care of it, no matter what.
Oh, in the end they were buds. My heart. Well. Shit. Fuck.
You miss her. I know, so do I.
Oh, shit. No, it's gonna ruin it.
Maybe we should head back.
Oh no! No, I have no guilt cards. Fuck! Why did I get rid of it? Or grief, I mean. Grief cards. Shit. It's gonna ruin the convo. I have to, I have to just deal with it.
Am I upsetting you? I'm sorry. It's just I wish I had a little more time with her is all. She was a good lady.
Grief is the prevailing emotion of the day. It's difficult to talk about anything else. Damn it. I'm not taking a grief card, though. I refuse. Well, we got a bunch of nuts. Got a bunch of nuts! Anka. Oh, little Basilio. What about big Basilio? Son of a bitch. If I go at a different time, will big Basilio be there? I don't really care about little Basilio. This is my last trip. It's gonna be my last time to see big Basilio. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Oh. Choose a card to sacrifice. It'll be replaced by a copy of another card. Okay. Please, a dubs. Shit. It's okay. That's fine, I'll take it. Oh. Wait it out. Choose a card to gain prepare. This one. Yo, having a bunch of cards with prepare is actually so nice. Navigating the winding canyon roads is like second nature to you now. You're able to appreciate the roadside sculptures and colorful architecture as you easily steer your truck up to the plateau. Isabella and Marquez. Let's talk to her first. Dancers in feathered costumes greet you at the entrance of Marquez's latest party. You try not to inhale any glitter as you search for the host, who lounges casually on a white sofa. Ah, there you are. I'm not used to being disappointed, but I can't say I'm surprised. What do you mean? Disappointed about what, girl? Everyone's lives are difficult in some way. Even I have to keep the creditors away from Pachenko's door. Your failure to keep Tomas around has made my job that much harder. Oh, that's right. She was like, the circle requires that you keep Tomas around, and I didn't do it. That's right, I forgot. You know, I almost envy the freedom of your dingy life on the road. No greater vision, no noble cause. It must be nice and easy. Super nice, super easy. The easiest for Rizzle. Uh-oh. Yikes! Come on, man. If you don't want the circle's blessing, then so be it. I definitely want to play this again and like really focus on the circle stuff and see what happens. Bum, 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 bum. What the fuck? This lady. Speechless. Yes, I've been known to have that effect on people. Goddamn, lady. Harsh in my vibe. Not so for me. Every action I take carries consequences. For Pachenko's sake, it is my cross to bear. Well, yeah, she's mad at me. Here's a bit of trivia. Your mother and I founded the circle. I didn't tell you before because I wanted to see what you were made of. And how do you feel about what I am made of? Yep, this conversation's over. It's fine. You know what? I've said enough. If you want to know more, you should visit Hera. Can I visit Hera now? I've known about Hera for a while, but I couldn't go there. Can I go there now? Hi, Isabella. Fireflies dot the night sky, and brightly colored paper lanterns float towards the waning moon. The Creation and Destruction art show was a success for Pachenko, but Isabella looks sad.
Little bird, rumor spreads far and fast in close-knit communities. I can't help but worry about the time you've been sharing with Marquez.
She hates me. Don't even trip, girl. Oh, hi Dodger. I loved D&D last night. Zacharias is a lovely dumb nerd. How dare you? I agree. Thank you.
Your mom and I helped found the Circle to help everyone. Unfortunately, folks like Marquez only care about helping themselves. That's why your mom and Marquez never got along, and why your mom left Pachenko in the end. We had another founding partner, but he left ages ago. I heard rumors he's in Hera now. Perhaps you've heard the name before. It's an old city, abandoned when its water dried up. I can't help but wonder what your mom would think about you getting wrapped up in the wrong side of all of this ancient history.
Girl, don't trip. Everything's fine.
Well, I'm sure your mom would remember what it was like to be young and headstrong. That's at least one thing you two have in common. She found her own way, and I'm sure you will too. The road she walked had its share of bumps, but in the end it's one she picked for herself, and I suppose that's what matters.
Oof, ending the convo on grief. That's fine, I get it.
Well, no matter what happens out there, I know your mom is cheering you on, and so am I, even if I worry about your choice of friends.
She hates me! You're not listening. Isabella gives you a resigned smile and a small tired hug before taking her own leave of Pachenko. Oh, she's leaving. Interesting. Yo, let's go to Hera. Yes! Let's go to Hera! Nameless. The lonely, hollow buildings of Hera are an oppressive reminder of what happens when the aquifers go dry. The decaying structures and empty streets have been given over to the wind and desert rodents. Hera is even quieter than you imagined, its tall buildings crowding the horizon like so many giant tombstones. Up ahead, a solitary figure sits cross-legged by the roadside, the only other living person all the way out here. Blessed paths, traveler. Oh, that locket. It brings back memories. I haven't seen that since Pachenko. Are you my dad? Oof, he's a lot of logic. I should have taken the other one. It was your mother's. I see. Your mother, she founded the Circle in Pachenko, as did I. You must already know, to come all the way out here. I imagine you've heard unflattering tales. Nah, my mom sounds like a badass. I'm not the person I was back then, not in name or character, but the Circle certainly led to who I am now. Our mission was simple, fill the world with beauty. Unfortunately, this world has a way of making simple things complex. I tried to keep the Circle whole, to keep profits from entering into the equation. Our art was supposed to enrich the world, not make us rich. Sick. Trade, commerce, savvy brought Pachenko to life, filled it with wonder. For a time, it was enough. The trouble began when the Circle set its sights on Hera. Once a metropolis, Hera's water all but dried up, leaving it in sharp decline. Population dwindling, we imagined that with a large investment, Hera could be restored. The Circle's sphere of influence could expand, and we struck a deal with the Rilkers. Your mom and young Marquez were its strongest proponents. Of course, the Rilkers had no intention of saving Hera. What they wanted were rare metals, buried deep in the earth below the city. They threw out the stragglers, and what remained of Hera was stripped. Gutted. But not before they paid us handsomely. That was when I knew we had gone too far. Alright, bitch. Alright, bitch.
Bam! That's what I'm talking about. Greed. Excess. I left when the founders turned on one another. I gave up my possessions, my relationships, even my own name. Your mother, she did the same, to an extent. Conflict made us seek new lives, unforeseen. These aren't the answers you wanted, I imagine. I hope you've lived enough for that to feel familiar. Bless your path. Aw, he's not wrong. You've grown accustomed to the challenges inherent to uncovering the past. Heading deeper into Hera, you wonder what else the silent remains of the city might have seen over the years, and how in the end all that's left are mysteries. So. Welp. All I got out of it were convos, but that's fine. Tomas, are you happy? What's going on with you, bud? Maybe I should have watched the first part after all. That's why I was saying it's a very story and like character heavy game. So yeah, coming in when like this is the like last ride, and like the end of this run of the game, I guess. You're gonna be confused for sure. Your arrival is slowed by the steady flow of families and merchants making their way to Clifton. Many of the neighboring communities did not have the resources to rebuild. Though the atmosphere on the road is solemn, the market is bustling once again. The market is vibrant, with only a hint of previous landslides. Spotted birds squawk indignantly from their cages, and the smell of cinnamon wafts with the prevailing wind. One of the stalls sells paintings, and the dramatic style is oddly familiar.
Oh, hi. Can I interest you in a portrait of a silk weaver? Oh, it's my first customer. Please remember who I am.
Of course I remember you, Tomas. Of course I do, you goofball. What a silly bobilly.
I moved to Clifton to see how the new audiences will respond to my work. Hopefully they weren't just being polite. Everyone from Pachenko was so nice about my leaving. I can't believe I was just being anxious for no reason. Or do they secretly hate me?
Shit. They secretly hate you. No.
You do remember who I am, right?
Of course I do.
I don't know how I'll repay Marquez for all the money she spent on my move, but I can try. I wanted to thank you for buying my painting and not running away screaming during our other conversations.
Is that a concern? Honey. Boo-boo. Nice. Hell yes, Tomas.
Since you travel a lot, maybe one of the smaller paintings will be easier for you to carry. I have a series of square landscapes here.
You say goodbye to Tomas, who seems to have grown into his own ambitions. At least he doesn't shrink back when he talks to customers. Yay! He's happier! We did the right thing! Let's do it. Let's get some fruit from this old bitch. Travelers stroll the paths that ring the oasis, protected from the desert sun by leafy palms. Sorry. And hanging awnings. Sounds and smells spill from open doorways into the common spaces of the oasis, welcoming and gentle. Theo, what's going on? As you approach the fruit stand, you catch Theo in a private moment of reflection as he watches the sun start to set over the desert oasis sky.
Just like my fruit, life gets better with age. Don't you think?
We have yet to have a good convo with this guy either. But I got lots of direct cards now, bitch. Ooh, a chatter card, so he's starting next as well.
The exterior may grow tough and leathery, hard to chew for some, but inside the flavors become more complex, nuanced even. Only thing is, I've forgotten that life is sorta like my fruit in another way.
Oh god. In what way is that, my dude? Oh no! Oh, that was stupid. Oh no! Look at all the fucking emotion cards I have! Oh no.
If you're not careful, one day you might turn around and realize it's all dried up.
Shit.
I've been at this game for a long time, friend. Thinking it might be time to try something new while I still can.
Ooh, baby, we did it! Thank God.
Maybe pack up this shop and head out to Longgate. Always wondered what fruits might bear for me there.
Oh, thank God. Theo hands a closed for the day sign over his stand, hangs over his stand and stares into the desert oasis sunset, popping ruby raisins into his mouth and thinking about where the future might take him. Did we get any fruit? We didn't get any fruit! What the fuck? Theo! Oh, son of a bitch. Thunder leaps from the cab of your truck into the shallows of the oasis. Hey, pupper. Ow! I love you. You're precious. What a sweet boy. Arr, arr. You take off your boots and you join him, playing in the shallow water until you're exhausted. Spending time with Thunder makes you feel less fatigued. Yay! What a good boy. Oh yeah, this guy. We might be able to do it. Let's try this again. Brings all his fruitiness to chat. Does that help? Thank you. Bless you. Past the desert oasis, past the caravan routes and desert encampments, the long gate marks the edge of the world. Beyond lies the long expanse, places that were only vague legends, even for Mom. The night market is one of the few things that the residents of the Long Gate could consider their own. Artisans put out earthenware pottery and fire-sculpted glass. You catch a familiar figure examining the fried pork skewers. I don't remember his voice, but whatever. I had a feeling our paths would cross again. How fitting we should both find ourselves in this curious market, so many miles from home. Nice. Come, let us experience the purity of this moment together with our own eyes. As a fellow traveler, you must know how much the truth gets distorted in the retelling. Totes my goats. It's hard for most adventurers to risk life and limb for a place that they know nothing about, certainly. Ooh, baby. She's coming together. I hail from a place called Aza, a lovely mining town. Azans are fluent in body language. Our parents spent half their lives under protective suits. Owing to our origins, we are also adept at reading the Earth's secrets as easily as your people read books. This skill has served my present employers well over the countless years. Precious stones, rare metals, I'm quite good at finding them wherever they hide out in these sands. Are they in her backpack? I don't know. If you're not seeing them, because I think when we got back from the walk yesterday, we
we just chucked them off, I thought. I think they were just chucked off yesterday when we got home.
I remember when I first met a man from your lands. He was stubbornly prideful. Not heeding our warnings, he ended up passing out in the mines. What did he want from them? Who can say? Amazing. Oh my god, we crushed this combo this time. I carried him to safety, and he fled our house the next morning, trying to save face, I expect. He was certainly an odd person. Something about Anae's story tugs at the edges of your memory. You can't quite place it. You still manage to enjoy an evening of revelry, fried foods, and drinks. Interesting. God, I never got to go to the Oasis, did I? Oh well. Let's go to Anka. No, Big Basilio, still! Man, I'm never gonna get a date this rate. Anka seems to have returned to its bustling, if not quite welcoming self. With the trains running, the rebuilding efforts have made great strides, and many shops are reopening for the first time. Little Basilio and his friends are hanging out in an alley when they spot you and signal you over. As you approach, Aiken Blake and Pale Dale pat you down. Yo! Pale Dale and I had a staring contest earlier and it was hella fun. I'm the reigning champ. You think you can beat me? Of course I can, Little Basilio. Fuck. Of course I can, you little bitch. Shit. Stop talking and look directly into my eyes. Hi, Nectar Horst, how are you? Oh, shit. Fuck. I thought we were supposed to be in the middle of a staring contest. Stop trying to talk to me. Okay, alright. That was a pretty good practice round, but care to make it interesting? Just disinfected all my groceries. Oof. How about we sweep the pot, literally? If you win, I'll give you this chocolate bar from Miriam's old shop. If I win, you don't have to give me nothing. Just bragging rights. Ready? Go! Oh shit, he using chatters? Son of a bitch. That's not how it's supposed to happen. Don't look away. As soon as you break eye contact with Lil Basilio, you realize while he had you distracted, Aiken Blake and Pale Dale pickpocketed you. Busted and empty-handed, the three of them take off running as Big Basilio rounds the corner. Can I talk to him now? Maybe I should take a grieving card. Basilio had a grieving card last time. Nervous. Take it. Big Basilio stops beside you, out of breath. He doesn't greet you with his usual enthusiasm. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for what happened with Lil Basilio. Watching history repeat right before my eyes. I'm powerless to stop it. It's okay, bud. Shit, I have to use this card. What are you gonna do? Fuck. Guess I'm not sure what I expected. A guy like me going straight? Everything just works itself out?
Fat chance. You can't just erase the past. The things a person's done, they don't go away. They'll always be there. Takes me back to the first time I ran away from home. A couple of outsiders working for the Rilkers came by my dad's shop. Made him fix their poor robot for a pittance. One of them even helped himself to Dad's lunch. But Dad was the one who really pissed me off. The whole time he was just laughing and joking. I swore in my heart that would never be me. He was trying to protect you. You're not listening to me. I'm trying to make amends here. I am listening to you, Big Basilio. Should I take that grief card again? What if he doesn't use it? What if there's no grief? Take that. It's just safe, isn't it? It's just safer. That's all. I bet little Basilio thinks I'm a chump, just like I thought my dad was a chump. Well, guess I got no choice but to prove him wrong and beat the shit out of him. How am I gonna prove him wrong? Simple. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, no matter what that is. What? Alright, we did it, Big Basilio. Locked down. Dad's long gone. Mimi didn't stick around. Little Basilio's all I got left. Oh no, what happened to Mimi? We dropped her off in another town and she was like, whatever, I'll make my way. And then she never showed up. Oh, fuck. I won't lose him without a fight. Not even if it means bringing back the old Big Basilio. Well, anyway, you can have these spare parts. I don't think I'll be needing them anymore. No! Buddy! Big Basilio's ominous proclamation hangs in the air. Not every ending to a story can be happy, but this one seems especially unfortunate. No! No, when we first met him, he was like, look at all these trains I'm building. No, Big Basilio. I think we just got a bad end with Big Basilio, and I'm really sad about it. It's fine, we'll play the game again. We'll really focus on the Basilios. I'll save scum for the rest of my life. What is it here? God damn it. Oh, I can't really go to Old Marais anyway. I guess I can try. I don't think it's gonna go super well. The floodwaters have mostly receded, but the repairs have a long way to go. You take your time navigating carefully around small ponds and washed out roads. Oh, I almost said move on. Hey Rat, what's up? Clipboard and pen at the ready, A-Rat appears to be inspecting a group of robots. Like shiny toy soldiers, they line up for him to look them up and down. He eagerly waves you over upon seeing you. I don't remember his voice. Welcome to Tsende. My name's A-Rat. I'm a union man. Your make and model, please. We've met. We've met before. What are you being such a goof for? Oh, thank God. Wait a minute, you're no robot. We've met before. Nice try, but you can't fool a professional robotics guy. I'm a man of science, see? How different can trains and robots be after all? I think he's supposed to be like my age. To be precise, I'm a robot workers' rights advocate, you see? The good citizens of Tsende here are looking to organize. Those doggone Rilkers, taking advantage of them. Fortunately, I just so happen to know a thing or three about the laws of robotics. Oh yeah? No, they fucking me. They fucking you. No! They fucking me. For a non-robot, you sure do a really good impression of one. How sure are you that you're not one? Yeah, A-Rat always has a different job. Well, it's over with A-Rat. Hey, this is serious business. Unionizing, going on strikes and stuff? Yeah. Make sure to, spread the word. If nothing else, at least A-Rat seems passionate about his new job. You wish him good luck and flee before he can start inspecting you for signs of rust. I'm getting nothing. Oh, I guess I have some stuff. I feel like I'm not getting much, though. Well, might as well try. Might as well try. Oh, sure. Choose a card to gain an accord. Delightful. This one. The waters around the towers of Old Moray are filled with the remnants of sunken homes and destroyed shops. A lost doll, a broken table, a tangled mess of sodden clothes. The sounds of angry crowds float across the water. Alright, we'll try to talk to these people. It's not going to work out, though. Tariq's eyes look darker than the clouds gathering overhead. Maybe this isn't such a good time for a chat, but it's too late now.
Never much cared for the towers. It's like the Rilkers are always looming over us, you know? Lately, even the mere sight of them makes me feel a little sick.
Welp. And it's over.
You might not care, but you should. Down here on the ground, what hurts one of us hurts all of us. Maybe you haven't realized it yet, but one day you will.
The end. You know what it's like to be on the Rilker's bad side, which leaves you sympathetic to Tariq, but wary of becoming involved in his struggle. Gull blasts her siren and signals for you to pull over. She appears more fatigued than the last time you saw her. Stop! Pull over! Put your license and registration out where I can see them. Oh, it's you again. What are you doing back in Old Moray? I'm just trying to get shit. Get shit. Make money. Honey. Oh, alright. Normally, I would give you a ticket for this infraction, but what's the point? What do you mean, what's the point? What's happened to you? Well. And that's that. I could haul you in for talking to an officer like that, but my heart's just not in this anymore. Oh no, now I want to know your story. Dejected, Gull lets out a sigh. Without looking up, she half-heartedly waves you away. Gull, what? Gull, you had so much fire. What happened? Yeah, I think, like, you can definitely play this game and focus on the circle / Rilker's story, and maybe there's ways to, like, really focus on each individually, but, like, we didn't really dip our toe into the Rilker's stuff at all, which I think if you do, you probably make life a lot easier for a lot of people. And the circle stuff, we found out some information about, but we didn't successfully, like, really pursue it. So there's that stuff. I need to go back and watch it. I totally missed last night. Oh, the D&D game? It was fun. I think it was a good session. Lars. He's living in a tent. It's designed to be taken down and moved frequently. He doesn't have many possessions. Let's chat. Figured I would have moved on from Aldhurst by now. Oh, he's so sad. What the fuck? I didn't draw any of them?
Easy for you to say. Fuck. I don't need advice. I need neighbors with kindness in their hearts, that's all. Damn it. By the time you leave, his attention is turning inward. He doesn't expect to connect with people much. First viewer is so interesting. It's always fun to get to see everyone and get to know their characters. Yeah, I was telling chat, we were, like, no spoilers, but after the stream last night, we were talking about how it's obviously gonna be very fun for all of us to have, like, good character moments. You find Aurora softly strumming a weathered, stately old guitar outside her shop. No crowds gather today. Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry, mood around town's been different these days. Leads the mind to wander back a ways, back to better. Hey, does that sound like it could be the beginning of a song?
Maybe.
And there you go, all fucked. Don't much like this tune? That's funny. It was a favorite of your mom and her friend. What was his name again? Can't recall. Been too long. Well, best of luck on your future travels. Alright. Aurora dismisses you with a wave of her hand, leaving you to turn over her words in your mind. Alright, well... Fuck you too, I guess. Yes, I want to go home. Hey! As you disembark, Nadine covertly pulls you aside. I've spoken with the other members of the caravan, and we've reached a decision. You're dropping us from the route. You're not going to like it. I already know it, dude. I ignored y'all for a reason. Oh, well. Our decision's been made. No point trying to convince us any further. I'm not. I'm sorry, but ultimately our quorum felt that Bartow just isn't pulling its weight anymore. It doesn't make sense for us financially or logistically to keep it on the route. I'll be honest, pressure from the Rilkers was a strong factor too. It's whatever. The only reason we've held on for this long is because of an old promise I made to your mom, but with her gone and the town in decline, I really can't justify it to the others any longer. Well, I'm not sure if there's anything I could say to console you. There is not. There you go. I'll just ruin it. I'm tired. I don't know what more there is to say, except I'm sorry, and what's done is done. I want to play this game again, like really badly. Nadine stares at you with cold, emotionless eyes. After a tense moment of silence, she leaves you alone to grieve. Wait. There's no point in taking this, but Nadine changed along the road as well. No, I don't want to talk with everybody. One thing about the trips feeling longer and longer every time is that coming back feels better and better each time too. I don't want to talk with everybody though because I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Samuel looks a little listless as he sweeps the roadhouse steps. It smells like something delicious is cooking inside, but he appears to be alone.
Slow day. Been a lot of them lately. I can't remember my voice. It might have settled down some, but who knows if it'll get back to normal. Guess it gives me more time to think.
Yeah, totes. I guess it does.
lately I've been thinking about how quiet it is and how much more quiet it's gonna get when the caravan stops coming around. Pretty sure it's getting to be about time for me to move on to greener pastures. No pleasant prospect, but I can't say as I see any other option.
Oh man, is the end of this game just gonna be everybody being like, welp, that's it, I guess.
Sure did make a lot of good memories in this town. Gonna miss it big time. This is where I met your mom and dad, after all.
My dad? You're literally the first person to mention that there's a dad.
My bad. Can't imagine the ruminations of this old timer are too exciting. It's just, boy, am I gonna miss Barto.
Oh, great. He chattered. Wonderful.
Well, if nothing else, at least I can say the old bucket list was pretty well crossed off over the years.
The thought of Barto without Samuel is a strange one, but judging by the Roadhouse's empty tables, he doesn't seem to have much to say in the matter. I mean, this is the end, right? So, I should just replace all my cards. You find Elias at the coffee shop, his face slack-jawed and pale. He barely even looks up to meet your gaze as you approach the counter. I take it you heard about Nadine's news. Yeah, me too. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. You know I care about this store just as much as you do, maybe more. Hold up a minute, buddy. Hold on now. But this doesn't have to be the end, does it? I mean, you've learned to fend for yourself out there, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Contrary to popular belief, it is possible for us to survive without the great Nadine and her all-powerful caravan. Isn't it? I don't know if your heart's still in this place. I'm not sure mine is anymore. Do you want to move with me? Oh my god. We had a totally successful conversation with Elias. I'm so happy. I don't know. Maybe it's time to start looking elsewhere. Join you on some of these adventures I've been hearing so much about as our navigator, like at the beginning of the game when he was like, I want to be a navigator one day. Elias! You rush around the counter to give Elias a hug. Nothing would make you happier than having your oldest, most cherished friend as a partner and travel companion. Oh, my heart. What do I want to do here? Sure. Yeah, we won in ways that mattered. 9 fatigue. We were hacked. Now that the caravan has cut ties with Barto, the store's future is looking grim. Perhaps it's time for a change. If Mom was able to create a whole new life for herself, surely you can too. You and Elias pack up your things and head out, running your hands over the empty shelves as you exit Mom's store for the very last time. 10 years later! Your new shop looks... Oh, we're in Pachinko! Your new shop looks much like the old one, only this one is filled to the hilt with merchandise and eager customers. Elias runs the register while you restock the well-picked-over shelves. Oh, look at him! We're running out of my famous key rings again. Mind grabbing another box from the back? Oh. Does he talk the same way? Thanks. It turns out I was right about those things. People really do love reminders of where they've been. We're older! This is so fun. Speaking of which, I've been thinking a lot about Barto lately. All these years later. Do you still think leaving was the right thing to do? But I don't know. I don't know. Clearly, we're better off here in Pachenko. Our stock is selling like hotcakes. I've got the best partner in the whole world. But for some reason, my mind keeps wandering back to the hard times, back to when nothing was a sure thing. Working my tail off at that coffee shop, playing my viola for the first time at the Roadhouse. Remember that day your mom had to pry us apart after we fought over her locket? That darn thing got us into trouble even then, long before we uncovered the truth about her history with the Circle. Oh my god. Whew, boy, we were at each other's throats. I thought for sure that was going to be the end of our friendship, right then and there. The end of this? Unreal. We've certainly come a long way since then, haven't we? Elias tends to the last of the day's customers. Exhausted, he flips the sign to closed and locks the door. Together, the two of you watch the sun go down over the beautiful Pachenko sky. Oh. Okay. Things definitely could have gone better, but I feel like that was like the things didn't really go right, but you're still happy in the end ending. I'm okay with that. I want to play the game again, for sure, probably a couple of times. But like, that was really sweet. That was a very sweet ending, I thought. Production dogs, Rhea, Thunder, and Bella. Wait, one of the creators actually had a dog named Thunder? Oh, look at these pups! Oh, look at all of them! Oh. I've played it 4 times already, and there's still stuff I want to see. God damn it. I wonder what would have happened if that last conversation with Elias didn't go well. I think I saw somebody in chat, and you don't have to expand on it, but I think I saw somebody in chat say that they had almost the same like situation, but their like final scene was not good. That's me! A very heartfelt thank you to our amazing Discord community. Thanks for playing. Man. Ugh. Aww. Such a cute game. I'm gonna play that a few more times. Okay, I'm gonna check in with my fam, see how everything's going, and check our Facebook post and stuff for Watson. Send us good vibes. We're gonna swap over to another game. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Neversong. I think it came out yesterday. I was gifted this code by the devs. Just a heads up. So yeah, we've played other games by these devs before, I believe. And it looks interesting. So yeah, I will be back just a sec.
Hi, guys. Okay, so change of plans, actually. Ooh, I look very cute right now. Change of plans. Sam and I were talking, and we want to... There are a couple of areas nearby us that we want to try walking around in and calling for her, which is, like, almost impossible with Clarky, but by the time Clarky goes to bed, it'll start to get dark. So, I'm going to end the stream here. And we're gonna go see if we can find Watson. Yeah. She's part of our little family. Gotta find her. Let me read off our activity feed. Decom, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Gumps Gang, thank you for the 44. Nines May for the 45. Literature Geek for the 21. A Glitch Gnome for the 26. Off the Wool Man, thank you for the 8. Will Wall for the 41. Echo Slash, thank you very much for subscribing. Flat Fitch for the 10. Arnar, thank you again for the gifted subs. Arthritic Eyeballs for the 47. Arman 0 for the 55. JD Seaver, thank you so much for the 2. Major Flask for the 2. Shifty Monk for the 42. Mr. Morden for the 3. Potato, thank you for the biddies. Hobo Jin for the 16. Weirdo for the 62. Desert Urbania for the 46. Joker David for the 8. Mrs. Cloudlion, thank you for the 25. Hot Diggity Daniel for the 4. Zella929 for the 19. Voos T, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome. Rationally Paranoid, thank you for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Kayla, thank you again for the gifted subs. More Ringer, thank you for the 35. Hyberius for the 35 as well. Music Ninja for the 32. Hokage for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Orion Blarg, thank you for the 59. Avina Deviri, thank you for the 3. I almost thanked myself. NT Shy, thank you for the 41. Magic Deacon. Mighty Deacon, thank you for gifting a sub. Sir William for the 23. Midas Hand for the 29. Neko Ryusuke, thank you for the 13. Wowie, that's a large boy. Thank you so much for the 2. Kino Winterwolf for the 23. Noradar, thank you for subscribing. Potato. Thank you. Everybody who's saying shake a thing for treats. She doesn't get treats. She won't recognize the sound of a bag or a thing with treats in it getting shaken. We already talked about it, but thank you. Potato, thank you for gifting us up. Clash, thank you for the 23. Fender Bender for the 7. Necro Serpent for the 5. Hung Way Low, thank you for the 33. Nictorhorst for the 46. Arcean Hound, thank you for the biddies. Nachos for the 37. Shag WDB, thank you so much for the raid. I missed that. Raylan Slay, thank you so much for subscribing. Real and Ever for the 30. And Cupid Orchid for the 5. Okay. That's it. I'm gonna pop out. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.